Does anyone have a good bootleg site for the UFC fight?
I do not, for sure.
Here, give me 1 second. I can.
I just want to watch there's like one round left with McGregor. Let's see.
Wait, is it already over?
No, it's not over yet. There's one round left.
Oh, I was on the wrong.
Because it's their second fight. So.
How do I invite you to this Discord?
Wait, you found it already?
Dude, I'm in all sports. I can get every game in that using a VPN and all that shit. But if you want to just risk it, fuck it. There, join this Discord. I have MMA, NBA,
Sieves?
MLB, fantasy football. I don't even actually. I guess that's
Sieves,
not
what do you
NFL.
guys want to play?
I was what was I thinking? Shit, what was I thinking? I was gonna do not Teutons. Oh, I was thinking of Slavs. So help out with infantry, or like do infantry, siege, and then boyars if possible.
No, that link doesn't work.
You join the server. Are you in that Discord now?
Yeah, man.
All right. So then go to stream threads, that channel.
Sharky and Dobo, what do you guys want to play?
I could probably switch it up to infantry. I'm thinking Japanese.
Sure. I'm cool with that.
I'll be whatever
Logan,
you guys want.
Dobo, you guys good with that?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I think I want Dobo to do Cav again. Like Franks, go Franks. Or you know what? Maybe this is different. Maybe let's go with elephants. Do some kind of elephant shit.
I can be Kamar.
Yeah. Japanese Khmer, Slavs, and the Turks. Just kidding.
Nah, I might go Mayans.
Logan, how do I do a check mark? It's locking me out of it.
Oh, oh my gosh. Go to, so I think it's rules. No, it's not rules. And it's announcements. Go to announcements and then click.
It doesn't show announcements for me.
What channels can you see?
Rules welcome.
Just rules?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you just...
messages.
It's locked for reasons because of like bots and stuff, I think.
So I did that. Now it says no verification session prior to joining the server. Contact admin for the problem.
All right, here I'll just try to send you the link. Maybe this will be easier. But you should just be on this, dude. This is the beauty of Discord, man. I can get every game I want. Sometimes I have to shuffle through them, but most of the time it's pretty easy. All right, I'm gonna go to use the bathroom, but I think that'd be good. So Dobos, Khmer, I'm Slavs.
Maybe we can change it up based on what we see.
True. Okay, I'll be right back.
Attack player 3.
Oh man, somebody on the another WhatsApp group spoiled the fight for me.
Yeah, McGregor lost. Man, McGregor has just lost it.
Herbers.
Fight's over. McGregor lost.
Yeah, I told you it was over.
Oh, what?
Bulbers. He wants his camels. Monsif wants his camels.
Do you think they're gonna rush?
No, not with Berbers.
I mean, they'll rush with anything, Saman. They'll pick the slowest civ and still rush.
Yeah, you picked the slowest living rush and you're dead. Because technically speaking, that'd be them rushing with Turks, by the way.
Yeah, that would be pleasant.
But the sad fact is, we've seen that before, right?
Alright, this is our last game for the night, right, guys? It's getting a little
Probably,
late.
yeah.
That's why I think it might be a rush. Let's see. Dude, he knocked him out.
Oh, yeah, he fucked him up. That was like fucking knockout. I don't know. I guess McGregor probably needs to just actually retire.
Wait, what? You're telling him to retire? McGregor?
He probably needs to actually retire because he's already retired twice, probably.
Right. I mean, he's only 32, but obviously it is MMA, so.
Yeah, they don't last forever, and he hasn't won a fight in fuck 4 years.
Didn't he destroyed Jake Paul or whatever his name is? Didn't he?
No, they didn't fight.
They haven't
And
fought yet?
also-
Oh.
And also, if you're saying that beating Jake Paul is a win for a professional fighter, you're wrong. That's like saying McGregor beat me up's a win for him.
Not necessarily,
No, pretty much.
because he is a professional.
According to
Jake
who?
Paul is a professional, so
He's a professional YouTube
I mean,
player. Or
he-
YouTube.
No, he's a professional boxer. He trained. So yes, I do agree your point of like it's not much, but it's still way different.
Oh,
Like if you trained for the amount of Jake Paul did, then yeah, it would be like equivalent. But we don't have any training.
I do. I fucking traded in fucking kickboxing for 7 years.
Double. Color and team.
Yeah. So. What color am I being? Teal?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? Don't we start in the corner anyways?
Attack player 2.
We just gotta. So obviously, Saman's gonna go right. We'll go through. All three of us will pretty much go left. Shade mid.
But yeah, he didn't fight that kid. He would kill that kid. Floyd Mayweather's fighting him though.
Oh, that's who it is.
They actually wanted it to not happen because they're worried about the kid's life.
Fair enough.
The only thing that'd be better was if fucking Tyson fought him. in the heyday.
Did you figure out that Discord channel or no? Server?
I did not. Fight was over. I didn't realize fight was over. I thought they had another round or two left. But no, I didn't figure it out.
Yeah, it's also connected to all the other sports. So like I said, you can watch whatever game.
Yeah. I mean, I only watch Steelers. I got the package and shit, so.
Yeah, well, you and your brother were talking about gambling, so you can watch games that you gamble on.
I don't fucking care. I just do it because he wants to do it. Whatever, it's $50, whatever. I don't give a shit.
It's their pick, right?
Should be, I think. They haven't picked after they'll pick Khmer, right?
Yeah. I'm still thinking Slavs, but if you have another idea, because we need siege.
Mm-hmm.
Or we go Bulgarians? No, because that would get yeah.
I mean, I might, but we'll see.
Dude, Bulgarians are so fun. They're just
Oh.
to me though they're kind of like not ISO'd, but they're real. It's like a one man show.
Not really.
Like, I mean, well, of course they could be a team player, of course, but I feel like when they're really fun is when it's just like you just destroy your own units with onagers, and they become conics again, and they're like, what?
Indians. They are the Indians. No, but they have the camels.
All right, so right now no bombard towers, so that means Shoaib's gonna get the bombard towers. Oh, so his camels, right? Imperial camels are gonna be strong. So they're going to camel like.
Mm-hmm. To counter the Khmer at least.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right, what are we? Slav's good. I think
Not bad.
it fits.
You're definitely gonna need a way to deal with camels. Tell you that though.
Yep. So if we play this game pretty much similar to the first game they played with the Khmer ballista elephants, they do pretty because the camels don't really have much health, right? So if we mass a bunch of ballista elephants and those camels are massed,
Well, that's
that
what I'm
would.
saying. Remember, I would have killed the Ellies, but Kunum did heal them with the monks.
Mm-hmm. No, true.
But yes, Scorpion's Archer Fire will deal with the camels. However, that being said, the Indian camels are a step above standard camels for taking Archer Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're basically near Paladin level. They just have less health. So, they can't take it as well as a Paladin, but the armor puts them, like, basically on a Paladin level. If that makes sense.
Yeah. But they don't have. Indians don't have the last cavalry armor. Interesting.
Yeah, but if you go look on the other side, they get +2 pierce armor.
Right. Yeah. Stable units plus. Yeah. Plus. Actually. Yeah. 2 total. Yep. Yep. Right. So they don't get that melee then. But yeah. I like how it says normal. +1 normal and plus pierce. So melee's normal. What is Shoaib gonna go?
Attack player 2. Attack player 2. Attack player 2. Attack player 2.
Oh, do attack player 3.
2. Attack player 2. Attack
Sure.
player
Oh,
2.
Koreans.
Attack player
Koreans.
They get the
Come
extra
on.
onagers.
You gotta make Vincent leave.
Attack player 3.
Yeah. Excuse me. No, don't say that. Imagine if he does say he's on our side.
Yeah, I'm still thinking mines. Okay, I'm just gonna go mines.
So they have their bombard towers, of course. Dude, that game won, man. You gotta wonder if Vassal put all his energy in the cav that he was running with instead of the bombard tower, like in the conquistadors. Could they have just wiped us?
Game 1? Uno?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay. Because his cavalry was never like doing. What did much was obviously the elephants. It was his cat. Remember, I think Corm even said like their cav was out of sync.
No,
I'm
he was
thinking
saying before he joined in and whatever, and they were out of sync. Like, that's how you guys got such a good push off. Their layering
Mhm.
was off. They were out of sync.
Right, which can contribute, or which possibly because he was focused on making all the bombard towers. So that's. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, you could be right, and that's it. I just you gotta wonder. Ready, Saracens.
Mm-hmm. Mamelukes abound.
Uh,
They will destroy the boyars, and they will
Mhm.
destroy the Ellies.
and they will destroy my inventory unless I get close enough.
Yeah,
I'm
Mamelukes.
fucked.
Mamelukes destroy many a thing,
hmm
but they're weak.
Well, that's why if I can get my pikemen close.
It doesn't have to be pikemen. I mean, by that logic, you get a boyar close, which is 10 times easier.
But then I mean, yeah, it's obviously, yeah, that's true.
Because I think they have like 40, 60 health or something like that. It's like slow.
Yeah. They have 80 at elite version.
Yeah. I mean,
But
compare that.
the team
compare that-
bonus. Oh shit, the camels though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, camels don't take extra damage though. Oh. So they all can make camels. That's what Shoaib's doing? Because I think Koreans... Oh no, Koreans can't. I'm thinking of Mongols. Right? Or Koreans can. Shit, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Is it cool if I go in the back, or what do you guys want me to do?
What do you mean in the back?
Just
Make my
start
town
building
center
somewhere.
back
Just start building
Okay.
somewhere, brother.
Alright, fine.
You can't like just delay. Need you to actually just kind of build.
That's what she said. I don't know what she would be saying that for, but she was like, "Come on, get us that house, baby." Build.
Dude, you can't make farms around that town center. Remove
I'm
some
the
of those houses.
cover, bitch.
That's true. Good call.
Got
me there.
I did. Think I'm that stupid? Come on.
Well, maybe if we were facing the Huns, it would have been a nice play. Or would it? I don't know. Still, though, having farms around your town center as Khmer is still a logical
It's still
thing
good.
to do.
It's so
still
you can
'cause
garrison the
right.
villagers.
But if you put the houses are also garrisoned too, but they don't fire though
Yeah.
because they can't get to the town center to fire. But yeah.
It's just overall safer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't defend Logan on this.
Sharky, at some point in the time, we're gonna have to get rid of this house wall that we have here
Okay. Yeah.
for the markets.
Tabish? Ashike? Asha. Ashike. Tokaya. Shari. Kayashe. Tabish. Tokaya. Ashike. Shari.
Aw. Like if it's such a thing, over microed my halberdiers. They didn't even attack because I just clicked the guy too many times.
Yeah, that happens.
There are. I forgot how many. Oh, damn it. Man, why do you gotta be like that?
Ashike, Ashak. Tabish, Ashike. Shastimban. Keri. Tabish, Shastimban. Utska. Kayashe. Atut, Shastimban. Asha. Share. Tokaya. Tabish. Sha. Utska. Shastimban. Share.
Ashike? Ashsea.
Where are we putting our markets?
Ashsea.
If you want, it'd be on this side, either here or here. You guys let me know where you want it.
Ashike. Ashike.
Yeah, this would be great, obviously, but I mean,
I have
It's
to
up to
secure
you
it
if you
first. I have to
Yeah.
secure it first, so that's just
Mhm.
gonna take time.
yeah.
Tabish.
But I don't mind if you just put it back here, like small, short, whatever. I don't think this game's gonna be that long, honestly.
Asha.
Yeah, I mean, I'll drop one for right now and then move it later.
Yep, I'll throw one right out there. Just gonna go and tuck it by the big area. Just work, just fine. Not low enough
So that'll work for just right now. I
right now.
guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Shot it. Tabish? Asha. Asha. Ashike. Tabish. Ashike. Shot it. Tabish. Shot. Justin Gun. Tokaya. Justin Gun. Shot. Kayashe. Tokaya. Shot it. Asha. Shot it. Justin Shot. Justin Gun. Kayashe. Shot. Utska. Justin Gun. Kayashe. Tokaya. Tabish. Shot. Utska. Shike. Utska. Justin Ban. Kayashe. Shot. Tokaya. Tabish. Shike. Kayashe. Tabish. Tokaya. Shot it. Kayashe.
I'm marked up.
Tabish. Tokaya. Shot Kayashe. Shike. Shot. Utska. Tokaya. Tabish. Justin Ban. Shot. Justin Ban. Shike. Utska. Kayashe. Shot it. Justin Ban. Utska. Shot. Utska. Tabish. Justin Ban. Tokaya. Shot it. Shot. Shike. Kayashe.
Adut. Ukta. Ashse. Ashse. Ashse.
Ashike. Ashike. Ashak. Ashak. Ashak.
Got a market going up here.
Aduts. Tabish. Ashak.
Excellent.
Utska. Ashak. 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 Ashike. Ashak. Ashak. Shot it. Tokaya. Justin Ban. Aduts. Ashak. 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 Tabish. Shot it. Ashi. Ashike. Ashak. 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 Shike. Shot it. Shot. Justin Mann. Utskaya Shen. Shot it. Ashak. 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 Tabish. Kaya. Shot. Ashike. Justin Mann. Tabish. Utska. Ashike. Kaya. 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 Shen.
Tabish. Ashsea. Ashike. Tabish. Ashsea. 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 Ashsea.
Adut. Shot it. Tabish. Shot. Tabish.
Sorry,
Ashi.
Saman. Next
Yeah.
time, can you say when you're destroying it?
Oh.
It's
Oh.
okay.
He knows we have.
I told you I built the market, so
Oh, you did say you built it? Fuck, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Utska.
It's all good. I was like, oh, why are my guys here? And like, oh, realized that, oh yeah, you moved it, but or at least you were going to. I didn't.
No, I said I was building it. Remember?
Yeah, Logan, you did even say, "Oh, nice."
Yeah, you even replied. So.
I'm tired
You
now.
did say, "Oh, nice."
Ashsea.
Not to call you out or anything.
Ashsea. Ashsea.
Adut. Geri. Justin Ban. Ashika. Justin Ban. Geri. Ashike. Ashike. Justin Ban. Geri. Justin Ban. Justin Ban. Geri. Ashike. Geri. Justin Ban. Justin Ban. Ashi. Utska. Geri. Utska. Justin Ban. Tabish. Ashik. Geri. Share. Utska.
Who was sneaky sneak in the back door? Or I was trying to because I thought there was a way to tell the visitor, but there's not.
Just visiting.
Yeah, I think I'm done for tonight. I can't focus.
We just finished the game, I'm like, come on.
Share. Justin Ban.
Shade. Adut.
I can make so many call outs, but I don't want to be an asshole, and because it's like the same shit we never learn.
So then don't fill it out, we'll just play it out. It's no big deal. Just play it for once. Can you move your guys right here? Because I can't get by.
Tabish.
Yeah, you can definitely get by. There's a couple paths. You can go around.
Shade. Ashike.
You're the one that walked in there.
Ashsea.
So you can sort. There you go. You got out.
Share. Share.
Whatever, I don't care, you can't move and then that fucking die. I give a shit less.
Share. Justin Ban.
Seems like you're really into it today.
Champions.
For the Eagles.
Oh, true, true.
Shade. Ashsea. Ashsea. Ashsea.
Tabish. Kaya. Ashike.
I do have enough for a castle, so let's see. Do you want it on the left? Yeah.
I'm Venom right here. Got these rams.
I just broke through into yellows right here.
You're gonna die though.
Yeah, I know. But figure Logan's not trying, so I might as well try something different.
Sending my infantry forward.
Yeah, you definitely won that exchange, Logan. 100
yeah.
for 3. I take it.
I'm moving forward too. And oh, what is this? Oh yeah.
Send a couple archers forward for you guys.
Tabish.
I love how Dobo, like, dude, you can have all this space. Why do you choose to make all your shit in the back? You have
know,
slow moving elephants.
Why do you choose to give up in the middle of the game? I don't know. That's how we are.
Because I can't do it all.
That's what she said.
Ashike. Adut. Ashsea. Shade. Ashsea. Tabish. Ashsea.
I haven't moved up because I'm trying to get to the fucking goal, that's why, honestly.
Shade. Ashike. Ashsea. 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 Ashsea.
Shot it. Go shot. Justin Bun. Tabish. Justin Bun. Shot it. Tabish. Justin Bun. Justin Bun. Shot. Utska. Justin Bun. Justin Bun. Justin Bun. Justin Bun.
Debo, why are your pikemen just sitting there? Put them attack stance or something. Or defensive stance. Not sure what that was about.
I got the honor
Yeah, I
for you
figured
guys.
out that they were there. I wasn't even paying attention.
Hold on, sending the troops to the left to help you with your elephant rush.
Alright, I back up. Alright, got it. Let's do it. We got this Sharky.
Yep.
Good job.
Ashike. Ashak. 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 Tabish.
Tabish. Geri. Ashse.
Tabish. Tokaya. Ashike. Utska.
Alright, we got yellow coming through a little bit with the push.
Shad. Shastimban. Ashike. Utska. Shastimban. Utska. Kayashe. Tabish. Tokaya. Shad. Tabish. Shastimban. Ashike. Shadish. Ashike. Shastimban. Kayashe. Shad. Shastimban. Utska.
Castle going up.
Did Munsif build barracks for? That's confusing.
Nice. The Slavs are just eating these guys up.
Oh, is that a castle? I see he's trying to build. Okay.
Yeah.
Tribe can play that game. Oh, I think those Mamluks taking out my halberds.
Yellow inbound. Yellow inbound on the on our villagers.
Shade.
Oh, on those.
Ashike. Shastimban. Ashse.
Wait, the Slavs have splash damage of buildings too? Or they accidentally hit the farm or something? Cause like all these farms have little damage.
Onagers themselves have splash damage.
No, I'm not doing onagers. It's just pikemen, halberdiers,
Yeah.
and I'm just they're raiding right now. I just took out a bunch of farmers and stuff. And blue has to step in. I guess I'm not doing it right.
No, because they were getting slaughtered with me in play too.
Siege Ram just hit the onager, one hit and it's gone. Oh.
Justin Bun, Hutska.
Oh yeah, I think they're breaking through.
Shade.
Love it. My mission. The only mission I need to do is take out that single villager in the midst of all those people. Oh my
yeah.
gosh. Shui put like bombards all over. What? Okay.
Yeah, breaking through the middle.
Yep. My forward TC's gone. Or I shouldn't say forward, it's just my front TC, my second town center. And now I only have... Oh, I have two too.
Break through here too. Both my castles are about to go down.
My market on the left side's going down.
I think we're ready to call it.
A chicken just in time.
Tabish, Utsha.
Shade.
Kill that monk!
Justin Ban. Utska. Justin Ban. Utska. Shade. Justin Ban. Gongaya.
Yeah, I'm out of food.
Kayashe.
Did they hit my farms already? No, they're still there. Not enough of them.
Shige. Gongaya.
Tabish. Kerry.
Shade. Kayashe.
Yeah, I'm out of wood now.
I'm making a market up here.
Shige. Gongaya. Shade. Utska. Utska. Kayashe. Kayashe. Gongayashe. Tabish. Gongayashe.
Hey, you guys want to call it? I guess I can
Just
go
want to
that
do
more.
one more raid.
Ashike. Ashse.
Tabish. Utska. Ashike. Justin Ban. Kayashe.
Aduts. Utska. Sha.
Shade.
Share. Utska.
Tabish. Justin Ban. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Justin Ban. Shade. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Shike. Utska. Sha. Kokaya. Tabish. Justin Ban. Shike. Sha. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Kokaya. Shade. Kayashe. Shike. Tabish. Kokaya. Kayashe.
Achike. Geri. Davish. Share.
Shade. Tabish. Kokaya. Shade. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Shike. Shade. Kokaya. Kayashe. Sha. Kokaya. Shike. Utska. Tabish. Shade. Justin Ban. Shike. Kayashe. Tabish. Utska.
Achike. Utska. Geri.
Shike. Kokaya. Tabish. Kayashe. Shade. Utska. Shike. Justin Ban.
Look, watch this line of camels die.
Really?
He didn't move them.
Yeah, I couldn't even get through like 10 minutes ago.
Funny.
Kokaya.
Well, he was trying to target my town center. That's funny.
Justin Ban.
That's how you forward build.
Utska. Shike.
Damn. They got town centers in our base.
Tabish. Kokaya. Kayashe. Kokaya. Kayashe. Kokaya. Sha. Justin Ban. Kayashe. Justin Ban. Shade. Sha. Kokaya. Shade. Shike. Kayashe. Utska. Kokaya. Kayashe. Kokaya. Justin Ban. Sha. Justin
Oh my god.
Kokaya.
Oh my god, let's do it, let's do it, come on, come on.
Tabish. Kokaya. Kayashe. Kokaya.
There we go. I walled in all his wood moons as one.
Wait, what?
Just right here, I just walled off a bunch of them and just started killing. He got some out though, like, cause they needed to like turn in the wood, of course. But that was funny.
Tabish. Atut.
Oh, what?
Geri. Asha. Aduts. Ashike. Ashike. Justin Ban. Canunel. Geri. Ashike. Justin Ban.
Shade. Ashikeri. Ashike. Keri. Justin Ban.
Aduts. Utska.
Have they taken out? Okay, so they taken out Dobos. Okay.
I think someone's spinning
Just one
his
right
though.
now.
It's like right in front of my barracks. Like, hi.
Ashike. Ashse. Ashse. Shade. Utska. Ashse.
Ashike. Ashi. Ashike. Abish. Justin Bad. Ashike. Shade. Asha.
There we go. Now he's able to protect it.
Tabish.
Shade. Ashike.
Oh, there you go.
Abish.
Yeah, not ready to call it. We just want to let him go.
I
to
mean,
work.
it's been
I
called,
mean, we've been we've been just trying to have fun, bro.
Yeah.
At this point.
Does anyone have some gold that could throw me? I'm gonna take a bunch of P-tards into the blue space.
Shouska.
I
Are
just
you
built a
tired?
castle right here.
Sure.
Oh, I got another A going in.
Justin Bad. Justin Bad. Kayashe. Shike. Kokayashe. Shot.
Blow up a town center. TNT, baby! TNT!
Wait, is this one last one left? Someone?
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
win! Let's take it down! Come on! We got it! Let me go with all the P-tards!
I got Rams going.
Wait,
Wait, they're about to get. Should I take out blues then to make it? Because if yours is still up, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna take out blues right now.
I'm going blue. I'm going for blue.
Oh my
I'm going
gosh!
for blue.
Look at all those bombards. What the fuck? Oh my gosh.
Logan, I'm with you. I got P-tards following you. Following right behind.
Justin Bad. Shot. Shike. Utskaya.
I like how Sabat has Arbalist right next to that castle. You're gonna die.
Abish. Shot.
He's trying to stop the P-tards. Will he be able to do it? Will they be able to be stopped? Haha! It's down.
Shot it. Justin
Does that mean we win?
Kayashe.
No, dude, they still have this one.
Oh, I thought we win if we beat blues.
No, blues usually don't have to take out, but because we're making it. Oh, wait, we lost because someone just lost his. All right, cool. GG.
That was fun. I'm still gonna blow up fucking blues last, or one of us down center, but guys. Alright.
Shot it. Shike. Kayashe. Justin Bad. Kokaya. Abish. Utska. Shot. Kayashe.
Man, Saman, how many lumberjacks did you have?
At one point I had like 50, so I just started deleting them. I still have 30.
Because you have 75,000 wood collected, like more than double, like, or a little less than double ours, but double than Shoaib. Actually, triple. You tripled Shoaib's wood collected. You only had 25,000. Jeez.
They went for the vessels, but yeah, that's great. I'm gonna switch channels now.
Yep.
GG guys.
GG. Hey, Saman, at least I didn't call that out, right?
Bro, I was just having fun with that shit.
Nah, man, that was Saman. That was great. The orange and red color That was so good.
On Moonsith.
Oh my goodness.
What about those Pietars? No one talked about how great they were, blowing shit up left and right. At TNT, they were like tossing dynamite everywhere.
I felt in that game that Teal was just split, not partaken. If you guys were at least combined, you had a real chance. I think that Teal was identifying an opportunity for backdooring, flanking from the rear. But then it was, even though he was found out, he doubled down, and it's kind of like, well, the element of surprise is gone, and actually so the blowback came, right? So I would say that pretty much Teal collapsed because three colors joined in. So I don't know how you guys were strategizing on
There was no strategy.
Yeah.
No, this game was this game. I assume everyone was just kind of playing their game.
Yeah, and what happened to, I think at one point, Logan was like, I don't even feel like playing, I'm done. And I was like, well, fuck it. If you're done, then I'm just going to do whatever. And then we didn't even talk until it was like, all right, we lost, let's go have some fun. Then we all started
Doing bullshit.
Yeah.
So Salman, I guess from your side, strategy or aside, I thought that you guys had some decent pushes actually.
We actually kind of did. It goes back to what Fassel said. Dobo was cut off. If he had come over, we would have we would have had like a very serious push into their territory. So there was that. So Dobo was out of sync. Sharky do a little bit was as well, but that was fine. He was surprised. He was doing what he could.
Right.
There was a bit of mismanagement of siege on Shoaib's part as well. So I was taking advantage of that, which is why I'm assuming you built your own onagers.
Right.
So I mean, there was a couple of factors, and I know if we had fully committed, there was a good chance we could have actually like made it a solid push, and I mean, like we got pretty deep for not really trying.
Right.
So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think for Fassel, the Indians was the first time, and I mean, we had Berbers and Munsif. The thing is that the thing is that was it Logan? Logan, did you make a? I know you had the siege. Oh, who was purple?
That was me.
Logan.
Yeah. So you had Rams in the for sure.
That was what I was just like, let's go.
I know you had them in there. But the thing is that you guys came, and there was an onager that you made that basically wiped Munsif out.
Oh yeah.
yeah, because he started using skirmishers to hit the onager, and you're like, oh, thank you for that. Like, I'm coming right at you.
Yeah,
I
mean
and
that happened once. I saw that. Yeah.
No, I know, but Munsif, it was at such a critical point because then the gates kind of opened from there. And then, like, the floodgates sort of, like, really, Logan really came in over there with which one, by the way, I like that. I like the fact that, Logan, you had, like, like your units. I know that, who was Gray?
Sharky.
So Sharky also helped with, Sharky did great work with the pikes to help support that push. And obviously, Saman, you had, you had those archers that you had, which was great. I mean, again, like that the 3-man combo, but it would have never happened if Munsif never lost his units. The thing is that the moment just Munsif lost, Munsif literally didn't have an army, and actually he said it. He's like, "Hey guys, I have nothing. Like, I'm out right now." So that was like your very, very awesome kind of push. I would have liked for you guys to commit a bit harder over there. But I actually liked it because if you kind of think about it, I basically had to kind of stabilize that area. I mean, that's what it was. So it was kind of like I had to do it because Munsif was just kind of out.
Yeah, no, I saw you come in and with the Mamelukes running around. I'm like, these guys are on the verge of like complete total collapse.
Yeah.
But my team
Yeah.
didn't know that. I don't think my team knew that.
Nah. So they needed time, a little time, at least on that flank, on that side, because, like I said, Logan did a freaking great job, Logan. I want to tell you this thing. What turned the battle for that place was your onager that took out all those like Munsif. That is what that single battle allowed like the floodgates to open from your side. So I'm just saying, like, good job there, because that was kind of like really good. And that push together with Sharky just kind of like showing up with his pikes, and he was selectively targeting like units, which was really good to see. And so he was keeping units from coming to Saman, which was I mean, I like that. So basically Saman had free reign, and basically he was killing all the other food units. So basically Munsif's main, like, I think his barrack line and stuff was like kinda there. So then Munsif did a better job like trying to recover from it, but I mean that hurt. And the thing is that I think Castle was reacting to what
Dovo.
Dobo was doing. Unfortunately, Dobo just only came. Man, Dobo, you only came with elephants. That was a problem. If you had another unit with the elephants, maybe you would have a better chance. But the fact that you only came with elephants, the pikes could just kind of like kill that. And who was green? Green. So Shuaib, were you green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shuaib kind of like had a initial reaction of just sending everything to get Dobo, but then he saw that freaking Munsif got laid out, so he literally had to pull all his units and try to fight that battle there. And I think then at one point, like, Munsif became a non-factor, and Logan, I think you were just kind of like diagonally going straight in, which was actually a good move, by the way. Like, you literally were just moving in. So basically, Munsif couldn't even build anything. So technically, where his buildings were, that was actually his rally. That was his like main buildings, and that was he couldn't even rally where he needed to. So Munsif needed to build like his stuff in other places and try to rally. And I mean, I know he was in trouble. Like Munsif was like in real trouble over there. So, but I just want to give you the idea that one play with that onager is what opened it up. If Munson somehow lived and moved his forces back, so he was behind so he would work with Shuaib, then it would be a little different story. But the fact that he lost everything really put a lot of pressure. So I like that. And I also like how you guys were making that push and how you kind of concertedly coming in. So to me, that was like, a job well done. Like that was like the early go, the food units and using them kind of correctly. That was good. I think on our side, Fassel did pretty good. There were a couple of times where he just lost his Ellie's. Didn't really know how to like deal with the Eagle Warriors coming to him. So he was relying on other folks to help with that. But then, unfortunately, like the onagers, like if you only build that and you don't have another type of unit to help with that, then basically, you completely relying on your partner. If your partner's not there, then it's like very difficult. So who was Salman? I think that was Salman, right? Salman was making eagles. So
Hmm.
the eagles into the Ellies were like obviously it was doing its job. And that kind of put Fassel back a little bit. And but Shoaib was kind of like, he did his tower, he did his defensive towers, and then he tried to use his onager and pike combination to hold the line somehow. And luckily he was able to. But I still like the fact that you guys built rams, which was important. Rams, if you came. So this time, actually, the Ram Treb combo was pretty nice because I think Sharky, you made the Trebs, right? Was it Sharky that made Trebs? I don't know
I
who
think
made
he did.
Trebs.
Yeah,
think
he
so.
took out those towers at least.
Yeah, which was great, by the way, because that just kind of opened it up a little bit for you guys, and then it kind of created the pathway for you to guys kind of like go straight in. So that was very nice. Like that was, these mini micro battle thingies were really nice to see that you guys were able to kind of execute that. I just wish that maybe Dobo wasn't just like left to his own, and maybe he could have helped you. That would have helped like the push, like Salman was saying, better. But Fast kind of recovered with his LE, started strategically using them. And then Munsif, at least when I gave him some time, he was able to kind of like get some army kind of going, which was, and Shoaib kind of did his thing with the bomber towers and tried to just hold. So Shoaib actually did pretty good job kind of defend what he could with what he had, even though I think he was like,
Well,
I think he was losing his army.
the best though is his Vittoria or
Yeah.
Vessel's Vittoria.
Bruh, did you see the reaction? Well, Saman, for you, I have to say this though. I have to say this. Now, I saw all of it, but I didn't see anything.
I know you saw all of it, bro. I had that standing arm. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Let's go. Let's see what happens.
So I did warn Munsif one time, and I actually helped him once. But actually, I didn't say anything about the fact that you had villagers there building,
Yeah, that was after the third time.
Yeah, I know, I know. But what I'm saying is that he kind of was like, "Oh, that's right, no issue." And then, like, you had like this big army, like literally just queued up, flagged up, and all there, and then that was causing, like it was right there, and I was like, "Oh shit." So I actually waited for them to all come out to then hit the Vittoria, and then when I knew that you can't really stop that, then I was like, "Hey guys, an army is there again." And Munsif only remembered the last time I helped, and his mind he was thinking that, "Oh, you cleared it."
Hey, to be fair to Munsef, when he
I
called
would
it up,
only say thank you. That's the only thing.
I went to see it. I went to see it too, and I didn't. Well, but you said you built that on the third try, someone, right? You didn't
Yeah,
build that.
the second or third try. Yeah.
No. Initially, he said those terms and the Eagles.
We cleared the first and the second time. We did clear the area when we mentioned, so I can send my villagers to
Which
remove.
Munsif,
And I had my army there. And
No,
it's not that
Munsif,
I had my
Munsif,
army,
what you
and I
needed to
pulled
do
it
is
back.
what I'm saying is if you defensively build, like even because I think you had castle, like if you defensively build there, at least you have a way to respond, as opposed to like you don't even have a way to respond, right? Like you responded the first time with the villagers to quickly heal, and I had an army present. But I'm saying if you can build something around the vicinity of your stuff, so in case you have to quickly queue and make something, you're able to actually have a defense. The thing is that you had no defense, and of course, I already knew that one of the problems you had was the orange and red stuff, and
No, I did. I did. You see, when you
I know.
work for the villagers, I did send some units there, and they helped you clear up the orange Salman's units. And the thing is, I didn't see his buildings. What I did, I just put back my units. I sent them to the front.
Munsif at that time he never built his buildings.
Oh, at that time he wasn't there.
No. I'm telling you what you don't remember. So in your mind, because you were so busy, what I'm trying to tell you is the first time is like the only time when you actually saw it. Like, okay, you didn't see. I kind of told you about that. But what I'm saying is, we did clear it. You did use your villagers to heal your building, and then you went back your merry way. What I'm saying to you is, he came again.
Oh, so
yeah.
I came back from the front
Yes,
where he was.
yes. He
Not
came
able to
again,
revive this person.
and then the third time he actually sent villagers like all the way. Okay, and then he was building on the edge. So now if you had some strategic buildings present, you would see like enough of like instead of like one small blip kind of like on the map, if you had like a castle or some other building
I
around,
had
you
some
could easily.
barracks. Yeah, I had like 3 or 4 barracks and like 2.
But you were popped out, brother. You got popped out. So
Yeah,
even
I
if you
didn't
could,
have.
you couldn't.
I couldn't do
Yeah,
it.
I know. It happens, but I'm saying just the awareness is kind of like important to be aware. But other than that, I mean, to me it was fun. I mean, it was just fun seeing Salman do that, the shenanigans. So it was kind of like interesting to see like what would happen. And here's the other thing: Shoaib didn't know. I mean, sorry, who was yellow? Fasil didn't know because he didn't. So so I think the two over there were taken out by Salman in one shot, and then Shoaib's like, "What? What?"
I heard
Okay.
that's the last one left. I was like, oh, shit.
Bruh, the dude went ham. Like talk about like over like crazy. Like what? I'm
know,
like
and you know what the best part is? And not only did he do that, the other
he
two
did it
parked
again.
armies there.
Yeah. No, but you know what? You want to know the funny thing? They were still positioned away from from where you were coming from. So all the cannon towers were on the other side of the Fatoria, not necessarily where you were coming from because he never knew where you were coming from.
I'll
So
put
he just assumed.
5 onagers inside the Pretoria wall.
No, I saw that. I see that.
Yeah, you did see that. You did see that. But you know, like okay, so at least, hey, listen, at least you know
But
that happened.
I mean, that was a freaking tough game for me because if you even look at the stats, I only had like 21k food and 25k wood collected, right?
Shit.
But luckily, I did get 6k stone, so.
There you go, man.
But yeah, I was
Hey, man! All I know is I got 75k wood.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm like, where's all my pop? And then I go look at the stats. It's like, okay, I got the 35 trade cards. I got the 28 farm. 58 lumberjacks. What the hell?
Okay, Munsif 131. Buildings raised 106.
Yeah, man.
Munsif, that's
Those
new
are the
record, man.
builders, So that's
106 buildings taken down. Shit.
But the African was on a vengeance tour.
But he lost his own building. It's not bad, man. 106 for one is not bad.
Hey,
Let's get thoughts from Logan.
yeah.
Well, it's the usual. Like, basically, I have to like say a lot of stuff for our team to do something, and I just kind of didn't really feel like doing that because I built up in the front. No one was covering left, and once I saw your army, I was like, oh, I got to make a call out. Got to do this. So I mean, that's all me. Obviously, I fucked up, but that's kind of. Then I was like, you know what? I don't really care this game. Let's just go, guys. And so that's where it was at. But it's just kind of like we played this map before, so it's kind of like I don't know. I'm covering mid, and I know I need to say that, I guess, but it's kind of intuitively. It's nice that Sharky kind of stepped up and like joined the fight. Saman, obviously, he's going to be aware and watch the fighting, and then Dobo obviously kind of was going left, but it was too late, and then he was off doing his own thing, and it's unfortunate that he couldn't join mid. But it's once again, I should have made the call out, so that's my bad.
Yeah,
but
I was
it's
actually
just
watching
kinda like-
both, wondering if he call it out or not, or if he would realize or not. I was actually watching for that.
the on the left, or what are you talking
I
about?
was I was watching Dobo. I was watching Dobo fight while I had my archers backing you up. So I was just trying to figure out like I was just watching how it was going, and
Well, but this was like even before that. Like it's all about setups. Like I watch you guys. I see when I like scouted you guys and saw like 3 colors in mid, and I'm just like, I look at where my teammates are. I see Dobo's like stables way in the back, and I'm like, why aren't they up here? Like, and then I look at Sharky, and I think he built a town center right to the right of me, and so I'm like, okay, he's kind of starting to move, but it's kind of just like inherently like we want that like you. The buildings in the back are really just eco and possible raids. So you shouldn't make your army back there. It's just it's to me. I give like when I build my base from the start, I go with 3 buildings. That's it. Like I go barracks, archer range, and stables. Now, if I'm obviously meso, maybe 2 barracks, whatever. The point I'm making though is that you need to form that line, and I guess I need to call that out. And I know that I shouldn't say I guess I know I need to do that, but at the same time, it's like people need to start thinking that. And I mean, it's just like go do that. And when I'm killing all these boars, I actually started in this game. Maybe I got a little distracted. Was I started like piling them together to just walk around them. So because I like ignored a bunch, I just like got to the middle by I sent a halberdier to just grab a couple, go die over there, but you'll grab like 5 of them, and then I can build the town center. And it's just like it's kind of okay. Well, I've made the front right here. I guess I need to call these guys out right here, and everyone come on my hip. But it's just kind of we've been down this path before. It's like that's required in this game is that you need to be aware of where your teammates are and what they're facing and what's going to happen. Like like we know our army composition. We knew what we were going to build. So Logan can't do it at all. Like he's making probably like the most susceptible to raids. I mean, a freaking onager. I'm making siege. I'm going to be making halberdiers because I'm Slavs, but most of my units is going to be an onager to help out. So if I'm up front and no one's going to help me, I'm useless. So it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of, I should just stay back. But that's not how we play this game. The team that would, in the last 3 games, the team that wins that middle area is on the path to victory. Now, Saman was kind of in the first game 1. He was saying like, "Well, we had a chance." We did. I think we. It doesn't really matter that much. But look at what happened. I mean, you see how the bombard towers, they got the resources, they could put all these castles, stone, all that stuff. And fortunately, when I was Italians, I was able to pump out like 6 castles, so that helped. But man, those resources, I had to actually use the trade or the market to get stone. So it's really like crucial. Like, we have to be aware to get those resources, fight for them, like be aggressive. I mean, I don't want to quote "bring it on," but let's be aggressive. Be aggressive. And it's just like, it's kind of just, that's our goal, guys. And if you don't want to play that way, then tell me to shut up and I'll go play a different game. But I want to play a game where we compete and actually like have the other team kind of like, oh shit, these guys actually mean something. Because it seems like we kind of just lay it, hey, let them take mid and let's just kind of defend. And that's kind of what our attitude is. Because I'm happy that Dobo, sometimes he does say, guys, let's hit him, let's go. It's great that's attitude, but at the same time, his game knowledge is not quite there in terms of what we have. You have to take a picture of what our units are. Yes, you have you have your units. That's great. But then what about your team's units? And so I didn't call out like, hey, like I have my units here, let's go, guys. That was nothing like that. It was the presence. The fact that you're aware that we need these units. Like that onager, by the way, I don't think it would have come if I had not seen the units and then been like, oh, I need an onager probably, and then all of a sudden it popped out at the opportune time, which I want to watch the replay because I literally like, I think I don't want to say I lucked out because I obviously created one, so I knew I needed one, but I feel like it was just the right timing of my units attacking and the units that Moonsiv kind of just left there. But it's just kind of, and it's nice that some, like, I mean, Sharky built that town center forward, but at the same time, it's like we have to constantly. And I was was I the only one sending scouts forward on this map like early? Because it
I
seemed
think
like
so.
like,
Scouting has been a constant issue for both teams.
and it's, yeah, I mean, I definitely need to be better too because I could have called out stuff, but I knew left side we needed to be, so I kept kind of scouting over there, but I just kept moving it. But it just the last 3 games, it was just me with my hussar going around clearing the map, and it's just like, come on, like why is it just me right now, and why are that forward building, like go and take it, and I'd rather have like Dobo go be aggressive and build a town center 2 forward and have Saman say, hey, that was 2 forward. Like something like that. If Saman, you're on the other side or something, like that would be better than us being like creating 3 stables way in the back. Like it just, your guys, first of all, you're making elephants, slow units. I mean, you want your stables right in front of that guy's face. I mean, it's you're like talking about the fight. MMA, man, you don't punch a guy like by the the ropes. I mean, you go up and make him go into the ropes. That's how you beat somebody. And it's kind of just funny how we have this like mentality that like we have to build our shit in the way. I mean, there's one thing you build your army like in a rally point behind, but it's another, you got to have your like buildings where the fight's going to be, the line, form the line. And if I need to be more clear on that, I guess, I mean, we have to, I mean, it's good that we have these maps now, because maybe I need to draw it for people to understand where action's going to be and where we want the action to be. And that's the other thing is, guys, you don't have to play my game. Like, say, Dobo, if you want to, like, hey, I want to build a town center right way on the left, and Saman, you did this, what, 2 weeks or last week or something, and we hit it because you were way wide, and we just took we didn't take advantage, but we went after it, and I'm all for that. I mean, because the thing is, it's something that Dobo's not used to doing, and you guys probably wouldn't like expect it. If you saw Dobo with a town center all the way up on the like left line, you guys would be like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" And all that space, you guys would have to put all the effort there, and then it opens up middle. Like, there's just so many possibilities. But the possibility of us just being in the back, not doing anything, you guys have fair, like, free reign on all those resources, all those boars to just fuck around with and send them our way. I mean, you have no pressure. There's no pressure, and that's just how the game goes. And it's something we just got to work on, and it's fine. But yeah, I mean, biggest thing, I dropped the ball by not calling out. But sometimes I just didn't feel like saying, like, I don't sometimes don't really feel like being a drill master. I mean, saying like, do this, do that, do that, because sometimes a lot of people give me attitude because they think they're better, or they just don't want that, and it's kind of hard. So yeah.
Well, I think in the new in the with the way the teams are, to be like fair, I don't think like Sharky has ever given anyone lip, to be honest. And Dobo is like, from everything I've witnessed, he's always like, okay, tell me, just tell me, I'll shut up and I'm just gonna do it. He has a mouth, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't do what he's told. So I don't necessarily think that's kind of like really the issue. I'll say this though. I think that the previous map we played had a natural place where people gather, right? Like there's a natural lane, people are gathering in there. This was the test to see, okay, you don't have a natural lane. You don't have a natural place that you're necessarily funneling in because the map's orientation's a little different. Things are a little different. How do you learn the lessons from the previous map where you guys knew you needed to be together with a more open map, and do you still, kind of like, can you work that context still? And like, if it, I would say this: do the talking early, especially the scouting, as well as like the initial setup where people need to be making the X's on the map where people ought to be. I think that goes a long way, right? As opposed to you're like super focused with what you're doing. Only from the standpoint of like the very things you're talking about. Once I think Sharky and Dubo like know where they need to be, the rest they can handle. Like they will build all their barracks and everything like right there just because that's what they do. I mean, they just end up doing that. So my
I'm
point.
also a little surprised that you didn't take advantage of Soman to shoulder the burden of that, right? That was the whole idea for, I think, Soman to be on your side, right? Because Dobo and Sharky would, put you at a disadvantaged side of the team, right? Because they're obviously not the strongest players. And the whole point was that Soman would mitigate that by helping with alleviate the burden you're talking about there. I mean, did you ask Soman to help shoulder the burden on that?
Well, so one thing though is in the game one. I mean, maybe I guess if we have ground rules or something, but I really figured if Saman's going to take the side, I was hoping Blue would also take the side. So it would be kind of like, yeah, we would get peppered here and there, Saman coming in, but if Saman joined up, look at what Blue did. I mean, we just got wrecked. So it's kind
No,
of
that's not what
like,
I'm saying. What I'm saying is you indicated that you got tired of being drill master, which is not the same thing as asking for people to come together. I'm saying you could ask Soman to make the call outs, right? That's what I'm saying.
yeah, I suppose, but I guess it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a bit much, you could have said, "Hey, listen, I need people here. Salman, can you help me make sure everyone's here?" Just something like that. So you showed initiative, but then you're not like micromanaging every single thing of it. And Salman can easily do that. Like that's not really a big deal. But I mean, in silence, he can't. Like in silence, he can't really do anything. Like he's just gonna do what you kind of had an initial agreement on. And by the way, let me ask you something, Logan. So in this new team context, how did you feel about Salman's role with you?
Well, picking civs is really good because I feel like our talk, I don't know, it works, and I feel like definitely the civs we picked in all three games were
Right.
very solid picks.
Nice.
and so that was great. And talking about what units to make and stuff, what would happen, I think pregame was great. And then during the game sometimes was a little good. He did call out Sharky accidentally made camels. That was one thing, whatever, super minor. But then he did say, I want to say one of the oh yeah, he commented like too many bombards, and it was like those were great. I mean that helped. So I mean all in all, it was a good experience.
Good. I wanted to I wanted to make sure that we could change that dynamic a little bit. And then one of the things was that you guys were constantly talking about that. Hey, we need game knowledge, game knowledge. At least going through some exercises like this, where you have a person you can lean on or ask about something, about like if something is not working, why it's not working, and what do we need to do to address it. You know what I mean? You can actually do that. So it's super helpful in terms of like making pushes and not getting necessarily stuck or anything like that. Now, hey, failures in execution can happen even if you know the answer, but guess what? The best part is now you know how to deal with like that combination, like you know what to do, or you know why things are not necessarily working out. Then it's a matter of like learning how to do that execution part, and that's okay, because imagine if we do come back to the original configuration. I would hope that with the stronger with the relatively strong plays that everybody else makes, you should at that point you guys know dynamically what you guys need to do, like you'll know what you need to do. So it's not like the biggest thing. So to me that was like the most important thing. But kudos to Saman, like he definitely wanted to kind of like help change the dynamic a bit, and at least help with the civs, because a lot of times even with the civ choices would kind of burn you guys, like sometimes it would burn you guys. So having someone there to help you or guide you and talk about some of that is pretty useful. And I guess from our team, what was the experience like?
I mean, I
I mean,
liked it.
I didn't do shit though. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't do shit, but
I think it was good. I mean, I think these guys, considering this their first time, with this team, like Sharky, Dobo, and Logan, I think they did pretty decent as well, right? So they gave a good fight, and then we had our struggles as well. So I think it was pretty balanced overall.
so Logan, I think so. I'm just saying, like, I think the struggles were real. I mean, you didn't necessarily experience that, but there were struggles on our side, by the way, like quite a bit actually. So and
I would say the last game, if Dolo had joined you, it would have been game over, guaranteed.
I mean, to be completely honest, I kind of take that one as a little bit of a win because of the way Khurram had to come in.
Yeah, and we were quadrantized or siloed, so I literally had no knowledge. And like I said, 3 tutorials were almost immediately taken away. Yeah, so I'd
The
agree that.
Fatoria thing, I was just kind of a little bit just having fun, and I wanted to see if you guys were paying attention, like how these guys were paying attention in the second game when you hit with the Paladins.
Right,
So
right. No,
that's all I was checking there. But
yeah, but I sensed once again from Logan the frustration, right? Which makes it sound or appear like, that you're non-contributive in some way, right? Like
mhm.
he has to manage 2 noobs, right? And he just got sick of it in the third game, just gave up.
So I mean, I see where he's coming from because I told him like straight from the beginning. I'm like, Logan, you're leading the team. Like you're in charge of this. I'm gonna go off to the side, deal with Chrome, and then I'll come on over, kind of a deal. So I get where he's coming from. But one thing you've got all of you guys kind of underestimate is that Dobo and Sharky actually work really well together as a team.
Definitely don't underestimate it. I thought Sharky did fantastic. Um, my commentary is only reiterating what Logan's saying. Definitely not a representation from our side. I already said that our struggles were real. Third game was pretty much yours. Logan clearly isn't seeing that. And I'm just trying to make it clear if that was the case.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw the replay, by the way. I mean, something maybe you guys didn't notice. When Blue pushed back Logan, he didn't cross the mid of the line, the mid of the map. It's after we had uh, I went to join him too, and then we start pushing back. I understand like he killed most of his units, but it's not like he pushed him back all the way back. I mean, just to call it a game from there, uh, I think it's
No, he called the game like when he sent the Rams in, like way before that. The attack was like, we're just go, fuck it, we're going.
but
That
at that time he wasn't by himself. Blue wasn't by himself at that time.
No, I'm saying way before when the attack started, once if that's when these guys are like, okay, well, let's just go, fuck it, let's have fun, and yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's when when we went in, it's just like, okay, let's just go. They're very little coordination. I just kind of played off the other two.
So I'm thinking maybe a game in which someone you do a little more directing, at least one, and see what
Well,
that does.
so what would happen would be, Logan would be in charge of the team, the early game communication. I would do next to no scouting, right? Uh, and as the game would go on, and I would watch these guys, see what's going on, then like the later and later the game would go, the more and more I would start to take over. So that's how I was doing it, if
Oh,
that
and
makes
that's
sense.
perfect. Yeah, no, that's perfect. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
so that's how it was going. But the thing was, like, it would happen in the first like 10 minutes. So I was just like, okay, whatever.
Because it's an open map, I'm telling you guys,
Yeah,
man.
it was part
Map
of
code, that's all.
honestly, what the reason it happened was because Dobo didn't take the left side of the map. I'm gonna tell you to be honest, Dobo didn't move to the left side of the map, and I'm pretty sure that frustrated Logan. Um, so and like I wasn't gonna call it out, and Logan did call it out, and he said this same shit, and you guys aren't moving forward. Like Dobo, there's this whole area here, but he didn't explicitly say Dobo move here. And then he said Dobo, like, why are your barracks in the back again, or stables in the back again? Because I actually went back and watched the stream, and Dobo, you have this habit of building in the back and marching your army, as Faisal says, from Mecca to Medina, like you're doing a march. Your units aren't there right from the get go, and I think that's Logan's chief complaint right now.
Yeah, I thought I did better on that in the second game where I built forward, but
Yeah,
the
so
third
the the,
game,
the
yeah.
thing of the thing about the last game, right? Like Kurum was saying, it was a test because it was a wide map. There was no clear area, so you didn't realize that you had to expand into the left area and take control of it and contest it. Versus in the other one where it's like a lane and very clear cut that the fighting's gonna happen here. So I mean, like I get where a little bit of the inexperience came in and threw you off. New map, even though it's not really a new map, but like we haven't played the map for a while, so threw you off a little bit. That's fine. It's gonna happen. Um, and I understand where Logan's frustrations came from. Um, but like I said, it was just I directed a little bit more as the game went on, and the more and more I got involved. As I was not involved, I would just leave it to Logan.
So what I would tell Dobo is that I really liked the way he was building stables midway.
Yeah, no, that was after the call outs and the frustration.
Okay. Yeah, so if he had done that first, it would have been a collapse on the left side.
hmm That's why it's a ongoing theme with Logan, as that being a point of frustration, because Dobo is effective in aggressive stance. He's just too slow in that aggressive stance because his units take so long to get there, and the reason that is because of the way he's building.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, as if he improves that part of the game, then I think this would have been clearly a game in your favor rather early, and there wouldn't be a need to say that the Dovo Sharky combo works because but anyway, he would have done really well. Anyway,
Yeah.
it was a solid move. I thought that the aggressiveness was nice. It was just not enough of it, and the delay between the attacks allowed for your opponents to really buckle down and reinforce the area, which made it practically impossible for you to crack that nut again. So, and you couldn't have done it on your own anyway. So,
I think one thing too to
Yeah.
point out is that Sharky's awareness too was, I was going in with the elephants, and he was like, "I got your back. I'm sending in trips." Like, me and him will do that, kind of play off each other sometimes, and he'll notice what's going on with me and send, like he sent the trips over without me asking for help. And there have been times I've been like, "What do you need help with?" And I'll go help him out. So, I think we make a good team in that sense because I think, both of us being not more senior players, and then kind of, we have our goofy frenemy relationship, kind of help each other out. And, he does get to know what's going on with me. I do get to know what's going on with him, and we try and kind of play off that and help each other out. And he
Yeah, I
really
mean,
good that game with like throwing those trebs in without me asking him for it. Like, I'm going to back up your rallies, and I'm bringing trebs right now.
yeah, you guys have solid chemistry. Definitely no complaints there. So, um,
Sharky,
you
what's up
know,
with that shit, bro? You like having chemistry with Dobo, but when we ask you some shit, you're like, what's up, doc? What's up with that, bro? That ain't right, man. Now he's all quiet and shit.
But it feels so good.
It's because when we play them, we keep asking him to do the eco checks, so he gets pissed off.
No, I mean, I think like as we play more, and we develop more synergy, I think that'll kind of like fix itself. Not really too bothered with it. Like I said, that early, laying down that foundation, just making those X's and telling people to move. I think that's kind of important. But once you've kind of said that, then at that point, just people corral and kind of work off of each other. And like Dobo was saying, and Sharky, they kind of work with each other. So there's no reason why they can't work with each other and then kind of help support Logan. I mean, just I see that it's a win-win. Maybe Logan was in the middle and Sharky on one side, and then maybe Dobo was on the other side. Was that the case?
that is what happened in the last game for sure.
Yeah. So maybe you know what I mean. Maybe we
Yeah,
gotta
no, like I
switch
said,
that a bit.
in all honesty, I think the biggest gripe of that game was the fact that, quite simply, I don't really like mean to call you out in the negative way, Dobo, but it's for you to learn is that you did not expand forward on the left side.
All right.
I
Right.
mean that was it. That was it. Had you done that, I guarantee you, Logan wouldn't have been anywhere near as frustrated as he was. Guarantee you.
Okay. So I mean, learning moments. What I'm the question I have for everybody outstanding. Did you guys feel that with this change of dynamic, the learning, like you guys learned much better than some previous times? Did you guys feel that, uh, you know, like you're getting better, like there's more guidance there? It's better than sort of like, people are just going in and just dying and losing, or I don't know how you guys think about that. Not like I care about the losing and winning. It's just, did you
well,
guys
I'll tell you one thing that didn't feel that I felt before was this ridiculous spamming. Um, I think in the past, um, it was clear that there is no push to end strategy. There's barely any strategy, and so the argument would really be, and this includes Logan too, the notion of highly optimizing your economy and military such that your eco is, low numbers because you're very close to pop, right? But the units that you produced, right? You're essentially flooded the area, and now the problem is if you have intelligent, knowledgeable players on the other side that have prepared not nearly enough numbers, but effective numbers to counter you, you're fully committed to the auto clicking and the ridiculous queuing up of oogles and oogles of units that are just keep popping out because you're committed to the highly optimized algorithm of keeping the pop count up with the resources on somewhat low, but they're low only because you're keeping the pop count up. So while you're proud of that high efficiency, the net result is you have no real push to end strategy because an intelligent opponent, unlike a computer, has prepared and recalibrated and will not allow for your configuration to do anything, right? And I think over the years, what's been going on is this is the recurrent theme. So definitely, what I did not feel was happening tonight was the ridiculous ignorant spamming trap, which is what I did not feel happen at all, really. So what I felt was an intelligent reconfiguration was happening um, on the side where someone was, which was great because I've been on that side, San Somon, and we all end up just falling for the second best thing to do, for lack of better, and so lacking the game knowledge or lacking the ability to reconfigure on the fly with what an opponent has prepared, we fall back to the highly efficient algorithm of keep high pop count with low eco numbers because it's maintaining the high pop count.
Sure.
So that being said, I definitely felt this made a difference in that direction, which is what actually makes me happy tonight.
Okay, good. Munstaf, how did you feel? How did you feel about the dynamic of the three games and then the changing of the teams and your experience, by the way? Like, how did you feel about it?
We always learn every week. I mean, that's the purpose. Besides, I mean, no one cares about winning or losing, of course, but sometimes it feels good to win too. So it's something that
Oh
we
shit!
don't, something
Yo,
that
what the freak? Are you, bro? Are you all right? You choking? Are you
yeah,
choking?
I have a small cold. That's fine.
Choking back tears from winning.
So not true.
What the
No,
freak?
no. Something that Logan always refers to. I mean, we really not care much about winning, but where we care much of first, it have to have fun and uh, to learn from what we're doing. I mean, there is no more gaps between the player, more the games will be more fun to play. I think we moved on in very good direction this last few months, and I think Double can witness that since he started playing with us on, I think, October, not October, I think August or September, so you can see the difference. But anyways, between the teams that we had this week, I think it's more balanced. I think Shaib mentioned that before. The synergy, I think it's very close. When we play, I think we all have the same play style, kind of Faisal, Shaib, and me compared to the way Logan plays and with the other players like Dobo plays and Sharky plays. So I think that's the reason why we can stick to those teams for maybe a few weeks and then see how it goes. But overall, I mean, the main thing here is just for everyone to learn. If Sharky and Dobo are learning too, so that's the purpose. In my case, I mean, not only I'm learning now, like I'm more practicing what I learned, which is good. We always do mistakes. We try to correct those mistakes, and we learn from them, and we try not to do them again, of course. The strategy also, it's the key here. We try to find a good combination. Uh, try to find also the counters for every unit that we played against. And last game it was a plus, I guess. So didn't count much. I guess I played Berbers and played them from a while, and was good to have fun too with them as well. I mean, the same thing with what the other team did too. But overall was good. Good experience.
Saman, you started it.
What did I start?
You chose you picked Berbers. That was the end of it. There was no way he was gonna let you pick Berbers, and then he doesn't pick
Well,
Berbers.
Logan played Berbers too, right? Today. I mean,
Oh,
yeah.
he did
No,
Mongols. Mongols.
the second game was Berbers or Mongols. Okay.
The
There you
second
go,
game, he
brother.
was Italian second game.
Yeah, it was Italian second game.
Okay, I thought
Nam, you
maybe it
see
was
how much he thinks about Berbers?
yeah. I know somebody played Berbers beside
No, you're confusing from
Saman.
last week where he chose Berbers and then told him not to play Berbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe
That's what happened.
but somebody played it last week too. So. Okay. But anyways, yeah, I didn't play camels for a really long time.
There you go.
Hey
He
man,
needed his camel, man.
I threw all the camels at you guys tonight.
Yep, that was great. The camels were pretty awesome. But there were eagles, there were camels. I mean, there was a bunch of stuff. So it was pretty darn good. I thought everybody did good, man. I actually thought everyone did pretty
And
nice.
so
So, Shuaib, what about you?
another thing I actually do like about the setup. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I can just like spam kind of one type of unit if I see that like you guys are weak against it, and it allows them a chance to, hey, you're getting spammed by this one unit that's doing all this damage. What are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah,
and tonight, they reconfigured and they dealt with it, and it was nice to see.
nice.
Because
Very nice.
I'm out of the engagement, and then I'll come in. I add something new to the equation, and
Well, I mean,
how they
we
reconfigure
had
it's good.
yeah, and we had also something to that we've been asking for it for a while. I mean, uh, to have like 3v3 kind of games. Remember when we used to mention like 3v3 v1 v1?
Yeah,
We
no,
had
we've had a
something.
couple of those games
So
before.
yeah, and the good thing tonight, like that's how it showed. Like most of the games were mostly 3v3s, which was nice to see too. I mean,
I
for
mean,
a team that
honestly,
doesn't
that
have
was
everyone.
kind of the purpose of me trying to decide the teams this way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did a good move at the end.
Shoaib,
I could have made it much worse.
of course he could have. Hey, Shoaib.
But on the
Yeah.
second map,
Uh-huh.
the Pally hit was my call too.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. I was
That was a good
super,
move too.
super, super tempted to just let you guys take doubles Victoria, but I didn't want the match to end like that.
No,
That's okay.
I think the maps are really good actually, right? I think that's like a perfect balance of, and I like the way the two maps are like they're different as well in terms of the pace, right? The second map obviously you can't be as
Guys
laid
liking
back
the
with.
maps I picked too.
Yeah, they're
You
pretty good.
guys enjoying tonight? That's good. That's good.
Plus, it's not like just one area has resources. You can like obviously battle in different areas, or, go for different resources, right? So
Yeah.
it
So
works out.
props to Kurum for making the maps.
Yeah,
Hey, man. It's all
And these
good.
and these are offensive maps, so there is no way you can just stick in the back and wait for the others to come to you. So if you don't get first to the mid, there's high chances you lose, which is good.
Well, Logan called it, right? Logan kind of said that, hey, if we don't get that contest, basically, if you don't contest for the resources, you just get wrecked. You have to contest. Like whatever, you just need to contest. So
Here you can still contest for the resources and play defensive. I mean, you still
right,
can
Yeah.
stick behind your trees and try to collect
right.
the stones, whatever they are. But here, if you lose the mid, you're gone, kind of. So that's what it is.
Hmm.
until blue shows up.
Yeah,
आदि खा लो पहले.
that's between quotes. So
What? It's between quotes. Nah, man. I just wanted to. For me, the big thing is I just ramp up based on
Oh,
as
this last game was pretty good. I mean, I think I was watching the replay. I think at one point, Logan freaking came in hard with those Rams.
Yeah, that was the fuck it moment, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I mean, if you waited for your team, you would have probably had us, but he came in alone. So, but that was good.
Yeah, the scouting is kind of important. Not seeing like those, even though I mean, he basically had packed them in his in his siege. And I actually called it and I said, hey, listen, you see this shit, and that was it. But nobody said anything, and the guy had queued up quite a bunch of Rams in there. Logan, I think you actually even put did you like what did you have in there, by the way?
Halberdiers, I think. Maybe
Okay.
some skirmishers, but just mostly halberdiers.
And
Okay.
boxes of Kleenex.
Wow! What the shit? Yo!
When he
Yo,
said
what
that, I gotta take out my contacts. But when he said that, I was literally just rubbing my eye.
Yo, man, the guy's got jokes tonight. Zingers, man. What the shit?
That was good.
Mutsiv's choking.
I gotta watch the
damn,
stream
man.
because I mean, you could see it in the replay, but I think at that time too, I was also looking around when you said wait for my guys. Like, I think I was doing that. I was looking around and I said, "Fuck, no one's here."
Actually, one point before that or after that, I think Sharky actually had a lot of horses there.
Yeah, Sharky then joined in, and then
but they also
somehow,
got
yeah.
pancaked too, I think so.
And
that
then
hurt.
Dobo tried to go around, and it was just like, yeah.
I wouldn't oversell Shoaib on the jokes. You should see the GIF that Sharky put in Discord.
Which one right now?
Oh shit! Let me take a look.
Where is it? Honestly.
What the shit? Sharky, you back to ninja zingers?
Be aggressive. Be aggressive. She says it so it isn't. Whoa! What was that?
General.
Yeah, no.
Oh shit! Damn, son. Sharky, Sharky, you freaking passive aggressive with that shit. You didn't even say shit.
Logan, did you see that?
That's hilarious.
Did you guys see the latest? Yeah, it was the last Jumanji one. They say it in that one too.
Do
There's
they?
another
I
GIF
never saw. I never saw that.
Because the cheerleader is the Jack Black character, and then Jack Black has to play as like the blonde ditzy girl.
I see. I see.
They all get they like somehow the players in the game. It's like so. You've seen them, Fassel. Didn't I share them with you? Thought I did.
Hmm.
I don't know. They're trying to cater to the new audience where it's a video game instead of a board game because people don't play board games anymore.
Board game version's still better.
Yeah, it would just not the real. I don't want to get fucking Jumanji.
I don't either, but I'm just saying the movie wise, like board game version's still better.
Oh man, that's freaking good. Sharky's like feeling it, man. Tonight, Sharky, you gotta play more like that, bro. Like you played good though.
He did.
Great production, right units, like you're doing good.
So, and this isn't consolation. This is just add on though. Is that having said all this, I think people still participated and played well in terms of what they're capable of and putting out units and stuff. Like it's not like they just dropped the ball and didn't play at all. People put in their best effort, and that's really cool. But I like to push and people to. I know they can do better.
Shit. Like a slave master, huh? White boy, you like to push? Is that what you do? Is that what you say?
No, it's because I see more potential, man.
Is that what it is?
Oh, you're going down that road, huh?
If you don't see potential in people, what's the point?
Only half a bag of coffee.
Logan's reached the pinnacle, so now I still look at potential for other players.
Damn, we've been playing for 5 hours. Holy shit! Damn.
All I'm saying, man, you could pick 5 bags of cotton. Why just 2?
Damn, man. I can actually imagine you as an owner of a plantation, bro. What the shit?
I can't.
Oh shit! And you said heck yeah. Oh my god.
What? I said I can't.
I don't know. I heard yes I can. You know the Obama thing? Yes I can. Yes we can. That's what it was.
Alright,
Si se
guys.
puede.
It's good games. I guess hopefully next time we can start early again. It was good.
Hey, that was pretty good.
I mean, we
I
had
mean,
extra, like, some extra long post game and pre game today, but I think because of the new teams,
yeah,
it'll be
yeah. That's
faster,
right.
faster next time, so it should be fine.
Hey, man,
It-
you're
it-
hopped
The
up
only
on
I
coffee.
feel like. Oh, sorry. Go.
No, it says, what the hell are you talking about? You're hopped up on coffee.
Oh, that's
Remember-
what I'm saying.
I want to play the second map more. I think let's keep with the teams and stuff. Let's try it again and all that stuff. And what was it? The first game, the first map, those 2 games, I feel like are just drawn out. Like we make a couple pushes. Like the first game, I feel like you could really see the pushes and our effort, and we're not zerging. The second game, I think there was a point where you guys really made a good push, and then we were just on the defense. Like it was all just us kind of churning. Like I mean, we weren't churning exactly like before, but we did have that. To me, I just felt like we were kind of just. You guys had us. Like it was like the cusp of like, oh, just one more, and then boom. Like
So
it
it's because again, it went back to you couldn't handle the blue archers.
like right, yeah. I mean, we talked about it, but I was just saying like that. But how long did that take though? Like this last
but-
map we played
But
didn't
come
take that.
on, he may be also referring to the earlier piece of the game, right? Because you
True,
came in
I
much
didn't get
later.
to see that. So
Yeah, so Logan, maybe you could give a quick retrospective to Oman about the early, because I think we were, and Shoaib, you can chime in on this. I think we were doing a good job pushing them back from the beginning.
think-
yeah,
yeah,
all
yeah,
I
no,
saw
I
was
think
like
both-
3 towers.
Both games were on that map were very similar in the fact that both teams made efforts to push, and then it kind of like it's one obviously stalled, and then it be kind of just we went half an hour with just the same stuff moving forward and back, just a tug of war instead of actually like a crushing like blow where we then one team is on the other side and then it's just inevitable, which eventually happened, right? But
Well, because Soman wasn't accessible, right? That was the whole purpose of Soman being on that side.
my can you guys still hear me? My cat's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
we can hear.
She like jumped down, but yeah. So I was trying to say that what was it? Those 2 games were just they were drawn out. I feel like it was almost like after 3 pushes, then it's like something's got to change. And I think the second game, obviously, Saman was occupied and he couldn't like chime in or whatever. And maybe we should recognize that and say, hey, Saman, what should we do? Like, but at the
Don't
same
worry,
time,
man.
I think.
Next start, I'll make those games faster. Don't worry.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
But that's my only that map. It's all like whenever we're all focused on that, like it seems like both teams make great efforts to like defend, and then when they push, it's almost like that push somehow just dies, and there's nothing to like back it up.
layering,
And
layering,
it's like
layering. The layering is the problem, right? So you and so 2 things. I think Salman called one, and our team had the problem too. So I'm just saying, like universally, one thing, the layering, how you originally plan and layer your armies in your first successful pushes, you're not able to maintain that same layer on the next push. So because maybe somebody did not build units or they didn't build enough units, so that's one thing that's happening. And then the other thing that happens is there may be this one unit, or like Salman was kind of like alluding to, there's this one unit that's kicking your ass, that's stopping you. Somebody has to at least call out that, listen, man, this unit is wrecking us. We need an answer to this. So that's it. Those 2 things. If you can address those 2 things, you can get back to the successful pushing that you were doing. The thing is that if you're not able to do that and you get stalled out, then it becomes into a churn game. So you have to try to identify that early and ask, like, okay, so what are we going to do with this? Like, we tried this and this thing, like, oh, all my onagers died. Okay, They died because this unit is coming and destroying me. Okay, what do we need to do to protect the onagers or something? On your side, you're like, oh shit, I'm seeing this unit and I can't. I'm getting outranged. I can't figure this out. Like, what the hell are we gonna do, right? And part of it is playing around with the unit combination that you had. So that was kind of important.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
to me, it really comes down to game knowledge. That's the way I've identified it, and that's why I think it really helps you guys to have Salman on your side because he can help you structure that. At the end of the day, we're doing this because we're trying to figure out the best way to create what Thumb says layers is really the death ball, right?
Well, right. It's the. I think this is what I was trying to tell Dobo when he was Cav, is that he was saying my guys can't get past your guys, and it's during the constant battle. We what was it like? I was trying to tell him I'm moving my guys back and forth, like they're moving, so they're ready to attack. But his cavalry was always just chilling there. They were never ready to attack. Like you need to be on your toes, and I was trying to voice that. But that's the word I should have been saying is our army isn't layered correctly or not. And so we need to recognize that. And I didn't. I guess
So
wasn't clear.
to be, in my personal opinion, siege is the most difficult to layer in properly. But the second most difficult is cavalry. And the reason that is because of their mobility, right? Since they move around so much faster than any other unit in a proper layer, they're gonna be moving faster than the archers unless you're cav archers, like Mugadai. So but if like it's arbalists, skirmishers, or something of that nature, they're gonna outpace it. Siege, it's gonna outpace it. So proper layering is more difficult with cavalry unless you're
Right. So,
just like
the key
go
thing
raid.
though is like what was it? I was it the first game or the second game? I said that at this point in the time, all our focus should be on this. Like you don't need if your eco is still working, let us know and keep working on it. Don't come back or sorry, don't like you shouldn't. What I'm trying to say is all the focus should be there. So really, all your units there should be under your command. Like you're ready to like use them. And I feel like sometimes if you watch the stream or I mean, their view, I guess, in the replay is what were they looking at that given time when I was calling that out or something? Because I think that's really key because it's this game. I mean, there's only 200 units, and pretty much half of them are eco. So you're only really controlling like 60 to 80 units at a given time. Yeah, you might be popped, but maybe those units are kind of in the back to like for reinforcements and stuff. But I guess that makes the game simpler. It makes it so you don't have to focus on eco, and that's why that first map, the first two games, the map is like if you've put all your focus on that choke point, then no one's going to come right through, and that's why I thought it was so weird that somehow they got through and took out Pretoria's, and I'm just like we're right there, and that's why I want to see if maybe that second I looked away, or was I somehow just expecting a teammate to pick him up or something? But didn't. I mean, I didn't expect that. Like that's because I would have been like, oh, I thought you had him, but no, that's not me. But that's what I'm thinking is that like when we're all in that battlefield, if you're still making units, that's fine. But like you can put them in command groups, right? I put all my castles for the Genoese all in like one, and then I put all my the siege workshops as three, and then I had two. I think was a scout at one time, and it was a couple of cavalry or something. But my point is that my screen never moved from that battlefield. It was always right there, seeing what was going on, moving guys. Oh, onagers are coming up. I got to move these guys back. But while I'm also doing that, I was like microing the bombards like crazy, which I mean probably a mistake. But it's just like it's the game's constantly going. It's not a game where this reason why we play Age of Empires is so we can command units. If we want to watch a battlefield take place, either go to a Renaissance fair or whatever, or actually watch movies. I mean, what's the point? So this is like manager units. So I mean, that's kind of I guess what I'm trying to say with the whole thing of like moving your units is Delvos was just sitting there instead of being ready to like jump forward. And paladins have a lot of help too. If I'm not wrong, like they can kind of go forward and come back. Like I know they're not the greatest at scouting because there's line of sight, but they can at least kind of be mobile and moving forward and back because your guys are not going to push when paladins are right there. I mean, unless you have like a bunch of halberdiers, but if we bait out the halberdiers, then my archers or not technically the Genoese, but archers will take care of them when I was like Mongols or something. So it's kind of it's just constantly moving around. And also one thing that I've learned when I played StarCraft was it's kind of funny at the beginning of the game, APMs are really, really high when nothing's really going on, and partly because they want to keep the APM constant through the game. So they'll spam stuff, or not spam, but they'll click around all the time, and it's kind of crazy. But they do that because they want to keep pace, because they know the beginning of the game is really slow, but they need to keep that pace when eventually they get to that point of when the game does get high, of like switching between multiple bases, multiple armies, multiple units, all that micro. So it's kind of, I guess what I'm trying to say is that that's what I should have been saying, that Jadobo, our army's not layered right now. You need to get your paladins more close so they can charge, and I didn't do that. So
Okay, I mean, I mean that it happens. I mean, it's just part of the learning, curve and everything. So it's not like the biggest deal, though.
Oh,
well, I watch the stream because that's where like you're getting at. I'm getting attitude with is that like, yeah, I know Dobo's a friend, but at the same time, it's like, how can I tell someone, and then how can any of you guys tell him what to do? I mean,
You mean you were getting lip from Dobo on that? Is that
yeah, like in terms of like, yeah, you need to start moving your guys around. Don't just let them sit there. And then in this game, actually the latest game was he literally sent his halberdiers to my halberdiers, and he was like, they're stuck. And I'm like, dude, you just walked them right into my guys. That's your fault for getting stuck. Move them around. Like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, that's not. If you, I get it when like we're all queuing and we're rallied to the same spot and you get stuck. That's one thing. But he literally, I watched them walk right into my guys and say they can't get through. But there's pathways. There's barracks to the left, or a pathway through the barracks on the left. I mean, he just move around. That's what he did eventually. So it's like, I don't know. And he was just, yeah, it could be a friend thing, but at the same time, it's kind of, I like when, because what's funny is my dad also says like, I'm doing it, and I'm like, I see you're not building anything here, and I'm telling you, I see this. Like, I wouldn't be saying anything if you were doing it. And it's like, all I'm asking for is like, in Dobo finally, I don't know, like Saman, if you, to me it was sarcastic, but he was like, yes sir, or yes captain, or something, and it's like, that's all you need to say. Like, I'm working on it, and or what you say is, I'm doing this first, or something like, just a response in terms of like,
yes, master.
don't
Yes, master. That'll work better. Yes, master.
Hell no. I was about to say something and I just realized I'm still streaming.
Oh,
Good
really?
thing I didn't say it. Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream. Because it's funny. I was gonna say, if Mootsif was on my team. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, that'd have been bad. But what I was going to say is that it's just acknowledge. That's all I'm looking for. I don't need you to say something like, I'm doing it, because clearly you're not doing it. If I saw you doing it, I wouldn't be saying anything. And people, it's almost it's coachable. It's coachability. People that are coachable don't talk back. They say yes sir, or Fassel, correct me if I'm wrong, or they'll say, hey, they'll suggest like, hey, I can do that. What about this? And then I'll be like, you, let me think about it, something like that. But most of the time, because they're not as experienced, I want you to just listen and do what I'm saying. But if I was like, say, if I was a general in Saman and Saman said, let me do this or do that, I would probably be like, let's cage, like, let's see if it's a good option. And possibly most of the time I'd probably agree and be like, you know what, let's go with that. Or it'd be like, Saman, I really need you over here, stuff like that. But the point I'm trying to say is that, so Dobo and I mean Sharky, there's really nothing from him. I mean, and that's kind of, it's really, this was all towards Dobo. But the thing is, and is that it's like, yeah, just do it, or say like, and Shoaib, I feel like has had this issue too, because he'll be doing a like sideshow, and I'll be like, I need you over here, or like, where are your guys, and all that stuff. But whatever. But it's just say yes, I'm working on it, or say, yeah, yes, or don't just say like, I'm doing it, because you're not doing it. I see you're not doing it. Like, I already got it, and I'm like, no, you do not.
Yeah, I think some of it you have to understand is the mental cue, and some of it's just to get you off their back. So
Well,
they're
that's
just
what I'm
like,
saying.
so
Just
they're
say
just
yeah.
like, yeah,
Like,
Yeah, but you know what it is, right? They're like, okay, I don't know if they can or some people can. So they're like, maybe they want to be not too disingenuous about it. So they're kind of like, okay, like they'll engage with you a bit, and maybe they are very genuine. So in a genuine way, they're responding, but because of the mental queue being full and stuff that's going on, even if you did tell them, they won't even remember it. By the way, the same thing happened to Munsif. Like when Saman came and attacked his Vittorio, I kind of pointed it out, helped him out, and he just, that's it, nothing. Like clueless. And he's saying, that he acknowledged and this, but I'm telling you, no clue. Like zero. Zero awareness, like what's going on. So, mental cue issues, tunneling issues, too busy in the front, trying to do stuff. It's a bit much, man. And if you're not used to playing RTS games generally, to play an RTS game like this, it's not easy, man. For some folks. Yeah, and by the way, even if people are like kind of chill, casual plays, man, it's kind of rough for them. So what I'm saying is that they may be genuine about wanting to do it. They can't keep in their mind, in their mental state, they can't keep track of it. So they actually, the moment you say it, it's gone. And by the way, with Munsif, it's the same thing. Like you say it to him, and he can't even think about it. Like he won't even respond. Like it's like that bad unless you literally have to take his name and have him literally jolt him out of it. Otherwise, he just won't even respond. Like that's what it is.
Fun times.
So, hey, I'm just saying, it's just what it is, man. And as far as the awareness, like you were talking about, Logan, I mean, literally, Salman took 2 Fattorias out, and nobody knew. So the problem is kind of across the board from that perspective. So and the map was open, so obviously there's challenges, and that makes it just kind of like hard for everybody. So everybody represents a different level of challenge. But I think that overall, people can improve. I think
Well,
they can.
I started thinking like, oh, I'm sure I thought about this before, but like maybe just to, is that the whole system of like, what's the goal, right? Like,
Right.
what are we really like? How do we accomplish this goal? Like, what's the focus? And I feel like maybe going after the Vittorias, maybe going after is just too big of a goal. Like realizing that, oh, I need these. It's almost like, I mean, because the problem though is we're all different skill levels. So if we told like Munsif to, so I make a bunch of skirmishers and we ask him, you're gonna have to take out skirmishers. Like, is he able to answer that question? And I feel like he should be able to. But if he says, oh, I'm gonna send like pikemen or something, and it's like, what? And then so like, I mean, right, isn't he the one that sent cav right into pikeman line or something? Like, I mean, I was saying skirmishers, but I meant cavalry.
No,
or
but
something.
you
like,
need to just understand. You just need to understand that when they're in the moment, in the micro moment, that microcosm moment. Okay, so let me put it this way. This is true for just about including you, by the way. This is true for everybody. When your mind is chill, and then I ask you, you give the answer like no issue. But in game, when things are going on, I mean, I'm telling you, for the players that are even on the, like, you have the mental queue increased so that when you see an onager, you got skirmishers or you got archers, you move that shit back because like, no way, that shit's gonna kill me. In Munsif's mind, or even Sharky's mind, or hell, even Dobo's mind, their first reaction is click, square, attack. The onager. They've identified that the onager is the most dangerous unit, and they feel with the number of units they have, or whatever is left, at least let me take that out. That's all they're thinking. Later, so what I'm saying is there's a difference between the mental state of mind when someone's chill. They would be like, hey man, hell no, I ain't gonna send my, because the thing is, when things are kind of going okay, the same guys are identifying or using onagers themselves taking out like your archers or taking out skirmishers, like the quote unquote pancakes. Yet in the game when things got hectic, all gone. It's like blank. They draw a blank because their queue is reached. Too much shit's going on. Too many units are coming, and I want you to understand, as a player, a new player, they're seeing 3 different units. They're seeing Sharky's units. They're seeing your units. They're seeing Siege. I mean, it's just a cluster F. The guy doesn't even know what the hell to do because his senses are overwhelmed. So at that point, if you tell him anything, you're gonna get nothing. And once it was all over, only then he spoke. He didn't say, "Hey man, the guy's sending onager and I only have skirmishers and I can't deal with this, so I'm moving back." He didn't even ask for help. It was so fast. And in that moment, his natural reaction was, I have to somehow take that onager. So you would notice if you went back, you saw that skirmishers were directly, they changed their target all on the onagers. On that one onager, they were hitting it, but yeah, the onagers got like such good, pierce armor shit that it didn't matter. It just pancaked it, and that was the end of it. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that that's true for Dobo. It's true for Sharky. I mean, it's true for you. It's true for Salman to some extent as well. At some point, it's just kind of like whatever. But the difference, like you said, in skill means more mental bandwidth, which means you're able to think further, you're able to react better, and while you're reacting, you can communicate better. So it's all understandable, is what I'm saying. But I don't think anyone is more like anyone necessarily is malicious about it, or even at that moment. I don't even think it's an ego thing at that moment. What they're trying to here's the thing: if your mental queue is full and you're overwhelmed, you got sensory overload. How can the guy tell you that he can't process anything? He doesn't even have the words to say anything to you. So the only thing that person can do is kind of like, kind of get frustrated and just yell or say some shit. And different people go to their base personality. So if they're like, you know what, F this. So you'll probably end up hearing somebody just go to the default, F this, or screw you. And somebody who's maybe more polite, maybe an introvert, you probably won't hear much for anything, and they're just getting pissed inside. But you may think it's so like I said, so they just go to their base personality, and that's what's driving that behavior. But it's not like they really mean any of it. It's just that they don't know how to tell you, Logan, I can't process anything you're saying, bro. I can't even talk to you because I got this shit on my map with 3 different colors, bro. How do I communicate that to you? I mean, that's what you're facing. So that's where, like, if you can kind of help people go through the motions, maybe some direction while battles are occurring. I mean, it's a little bit of more work, but hey, it really helps them at least be like, okay, let me develop some kind of like memory. So when I see this shit, I know what I need to do, because I remember Logan told me that, you're supposed to do this, and you know what? When I executed it, it was great feeling, because we did make the push. So whenever they get the push, or whenever they get, I don't think it's like when they get destroyed more, because they get destroyed too often. It's when they see successes is what they remember most, and they want to get that success again. So then they will duplicate the same things to get that same experience, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So don't be too harsh on your mates that way, but just take some proactive action earlier, so that you have put them in a position to succeed. Which, by the way, is less tension for you and pressure for you, because they're already kind of like, you already said, hey, listen, I want you to expand here and do this. And if they're slow, they're slow. But that's where like I said, someone can maybe help out a little bit, saying, hey, listen, Logan told you to do this. Can you please do this? And that way you don't have to worry too much about that. But it was the first week that we had the teams. I thought that they were pretty good, so I think we'll keep with this, and we'll see what's going on and how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good, guys. All
All
right.
right.
Yep. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Take care.